City tonight with Karuk and Chase. Glad you're with us. Our guest is superstar Alan Jackson. It's been a busy day for you. I know you've been hanging out in the bus back there, and you've got all the niceties of home in there, haven't you?
I do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You got that little satellite dish on top and everything?
Yeah, you gotta have the dish. I've gotten spoiled.
I know. As soon as that bus backed in, I watched, and his dish went straight up there.
So I learned that from George Jones. You know, he's got the dish on his, and
Really?
yeah, it keeps you sane out there. You know. Plus, I get to watch y'all every night. You know, and watch the opera, and I really do. It helps me catch up on a lot of television on the road that I don't get to see no more.
I got you.
Which is why you don't come in the show very often, because you know what we do to you, right? Things like this. In an article in the paper, the title of the article, the headline here, is Alan Jackson to be wearing new briefs. Everybody is talking about this new deal.
Start right out.
Yeah,
we're starting right out.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hey, we don't hold back here. You know that. So you made this big deal with Fruit of the Loom. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, we're.
Okay. Well, they're sponsoring your tour next
Yeah,
year.
it's. I don't know a lot about it yet because it's still kind of in the final.
Under
terms there.
wraps.
Yeah, under wraps.
Well, you know what the question is, Alan,
What?
on all the women's minds. Well, they want to know if you're going to be like Jim Palmer and some of these other people who actually model the product.
Well. It took me a while to build up all these fans that I have. You know, I don't want to. I'm gonna lose them all in one shot.
So you're saying you're...
I don't really know. I hadn't heard if we were going to do that or not.
Would you be willing?
Well, if I wore underwear, I'd probably could do it. You know.
What did you say?
Now go ahead.
No, I'm not. Nah, I'm not. We'll just let it
Well,
ride.
it's a wait and see thing, right?
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it tonight.
Oh, well.
Well, while we're on the subject of business, recently Alan made a deal and sold his catalog of songs, and it was to the tune of like $13 million. Now, these are songs that Alan had written. They were in his catalog, publishing company. These are songs that could have provided income in the future, of course, you know, from royalties and that sort of thing. So I guess the foremost question from people who really don't understand the business is, why would you sell your personal songs for a large sum of money right now? How can you figure out what the future's worth, basically, I guess is what I'm asking.
I think you answered it already. Large sum of money.
Is that what it was?
I didn't really sell. They bought it. Is the way I look at it.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of it was kind of like gambling, I guess, really, in a way. I think I've been real lucky because, you know, most writers or artists come to town and they end up signing their publishing way from the start. You know, that's how they get a writer's deal or something. Usually, when you sign a writer's deal, automatically they get your publishing. But I was real fortunate to be able to hold on to most of mine in the beginning and later 100% of it. So I don't know. It's just kind of a gamble. You think, well, you know, you're gonna make money on it from your past catalog, and you'll make money on it in the future as a writer and as a publisher. It's hard to figure out how much you will make. It depends on what my career does or what I do as a songwriter and so forth. But I guess it all started out just kind of as a joke. And I really wasn't wanting to sell. I mean, I had never thought about it. I didn't really, you know, luckily I didn't really need to. And it was just my manager, who comes from a publishing background, and one of the company he was with is one of the larger publishers in town. And when he was working for them, we've been friends for years, he was always kidding, trying to buy my catalog, you know, and I'd say, well, you know, make me offer, you know. So anyway, it led to that, and then eventually, next thing I know, the word got out, and we were getting offers from all these major publishers, and it was just sort of an offer we couldn't refuse. And it also, more than the money, it was because I'm a small publishing company, I didn't have any other writers, it was just my songs.
Certainly.
Half time I'd write stuff and on a piece of paper or on a tape and throw it in the back of the bus, and it never even get cataloged. You know, I got songs laying around probably I've forgotten about. And when you have a major publisher involved, they keep your songs. And they demo them, and they can get outside cuts for you, and they can work you overseas catalogs, and they can get songs and movies and a lot of things I couldn't do for myself.
So all that was figured into the money price that you mentioned. So it's
well,
probably
it's just more than the money. It's just having a good company to work your songs.
Certainly.
It's a
I
big
understand
business
that.
deal, and I still get my writers, and I own part of the rest of my publishing. So it was an incredible deal for me, and it was good for Warner Chappell.
Congratulations. It's a very big deal in this town.
Yeah,
It
well,
really
I like
is.
the fact that your music is going to be able to get out to even more people through commercials and movies and things. I think that's a good deal.
Yep.
All right, explain this. Who says you can't cook it all? Is this is
well.
going to be a real cookbook from you?
What do you mean real? You saying it ain't real? Then I can't cook? No.
Well, look, I mean, this is cardboard right here.
It's one of the thickest books I've ever seen. Check
Look
it
at
out. Look at that. No, that's the mock-up because the
It's
book
just
is
a
coming
mock-up.
out.
Yeah, when is the book coming out?
I think it's about ready for.
Yeah?
I think they've already had. They've already advertised it through my fan club and so forth for orders, but it was just now getting printed up. But I don't know. I'm kind of. Everybody makes fun of me about eating because I'm real basic and
What's basic? What'd you have for lunch today?
bologna sandwich.
A bologna sandwich.
I ain't lying.
That's basic.
Well, Alan, tell us, how in the world do you cook that?
Well, I have fried it before, but I didn't today. But no, I mean I cook. My mother's a wonderful cook. I mean it's like Southern Georgia cooking. And we were always meat and potatoes and vegetables and and pies and everything. Anyway, that's all I ever grew up eating. And so today I still eat the same kind of things. I guess I always have. But real Southern kind of home style cooking. And even now I got a caterer that travels with us on the road because I just couldn't. The worst part is the food out there. I was starving to death for that 4 years.
Well, what does the caterer cook?
Whatever I want him to cook. I got all these recipes in that book.
Oh, from this?
Yeah.
Cooks from this?
That's how it started. I got all these recipes together for this caterer. See, he cooks
James, I'll have a bologna sandwich, please.
like. Oh, he makes like my mama's lemon pie. And they make chicken fried steak. And then whatever we like. And
good,
so anyway, we put all these recipes together, and I said, well, we ought to just make up a cookbook. For people that are interested in that. And
That's a great idea.
There's
Now,
some great
obviously,
recipes in there,
the
too.
cover photo has you sweating over a pot of stew or something. Do you really cook a lot of these recipes yourself?
Oh, yeah. No, I can cook. I swear. I can make cornbread from scratch as good as my wife can. I can make biscuits, homemade biscuits from scratch. There's a few. I can cook all right. I don't cook that much enough to.
You know what you've got to do? You've got to come on the show maybe in a couple months or something, and you've got to cook something for us. Make us some
Really?
biscuits, would you?
Well, I'll do it.
You got to do that. We'd love to give some to the audience members. That's really cool.
You ever tried Lorianne's biscuits?
Well, yeah. I'm into skeet shooting a little bit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's tried them all right.
You planned that.
We have a number, I think, where you can get information about the book. As I understand, the book is available after December 16th, and the information is coming up as we go to break here. Alan's got the book, he's got some hot music, and
These
more
are some great
songs for you.
family recipes, though, really. They
Really?
didn't try them yet.
And your mama doesn't mind you're giving them away, huh?
No, I hadn't told her that.
So you're in big trouble, boy. Well, the album is called Who I Am. Am I correct in saying this album has already gone platinum?
I guess. I don't know.
You don't know? I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, later in the show, Alan is going to do the current single that is really high on the charts, moving toward #1. Okay, it's called Gone Country by Alan Jackson later in the show. We're going to take a break and be back in just a minute.
Over there,
We
the
have a
hot
little
seat.
throne here.
Over there.
Got a
Yeah.
chair and a microphone, and that's all the security you get right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough.
Just strolling
That's enough.
casually.
That's enough. That's a pretty song. You do that very well. Have you ever done a Rodney Crowell song before?
No, that's the only one. It's really, it's one of my favorites that he's ever written. I heard that thing a long time ago. You might remember a group called Wild Rose.
I
that?
know them well.
Well, they used to be called Misbehaving.
Yeah.
And I heard them in a club Hall of Fame club downtown Nashville in my early days here in Nashville. They sang that song. I never heard it, and I loved it. And I made a note of that song back then and kept it in my file all these years.
How about that?
I didn't know Rodney wrote it until we got ready to record it.
Hey,
last
call
year.
him up. He needs to write you more stuff.
No kidding. Hey,
He knows it now. Yeah.
one thing we didn't bring up when we were talking earlier was the George Jones Bradley Barnes sessions. You did a duet with George.
I was so proud of that. You know, George recorded a whole album with different artists, and of course I'm a big fan of his. His song's A Good Year for the Roses, and it's a great one of his classics, and it turned out to be a great record. I was really proud of it. The MCA, his record label, decided to release it as a single recently. So it's just come out, and we did a video for it and everything. So I was really grateful, you know. I mean, you think about George, and just a few months ago, I mean, he almost died, you know. And now he's, this is his first single since then. And so I'm just telling everybody out there to call your radio stations and tell them to play George's record, because he's had trouble getting radio to play his songs the last couple of years, and I think it's sad. And this is a great record, and I'm really proud to be on it, and I hope it's a number one for George.
Good luck. Yay for George Jones. I love old George. I know you do too. I know you do too.
Well, we had the audience fill out some questions here. I hope you don't mind to answer a few, okay?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Glenda Condra, where are you? From, is it Whitwell, Tennessee?
Stand up quickly now so
Where
we
are
can
you,
get. She's
Glenda?
behind the pole.
Behind
that
the pole
darn
over there?
pole.
Hi, Glenda.
I can see you.
She was wondering how long your legs are.
Too doggone long.
Well,
isn't
no,
it?
wait a minute.
They're long.
Do you have an accurate answer?
Well,
Okay, you don't. All right, Glenda, hey, Glenda, do you have a tape measure? You said you did.
Are you serious?
Come on up here.
Are you?
Come on up, Glenda. Come on up, Glenda.
oh,
Come here, Glenda. Come on.
I guess.
Just stand up.
Stand
right
up
here.
for a minute there.
All right, Glenda, no inseam. Come here. Over here. Over here.
Oh, come on, Charlie.
Turn around. Right here. From right
On the
here
outside. There.
down to the
Right
right
there.
there. Okay.
The tape measure
Your
is
tape's too
long.
short.
Your tape measure is too short. All right, you got it marked
the
right there.
spot.
Okay.
Okay. Got it, Mark?
And what's it going to measure out to, Glenda?
You got to measure to the floor.
To the floor.
To the floor.
There you go. That's your.
Well,
Okay.
no, let's get some boots here.
So what are we looking at there?
About 50 inches.
About 50
Well,
inches.
50 is kind of tall, but
50 inches.
at least,
I don't think it's 50, is it?
well, I think these are some pants that Wrangler made for me. They're 40-inch inseam, so yeah. But these boots are, you know.
Merry Christmas,
That's good.
Glenda.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, dear. Okay. Head back on over there.
Sport,
Thank you,
Alan.
Glenda.
Oh,
Okay, where is Betty Highsmith? Betty, stand up and make yourself known to us from Byron, Georgia. Betty wants to know, Lorianne, is it tempting to work with a hunk? Now, I've got two guys beside me. Which one are you talking about here? Yeah, well, just so you'll know, this is a hunk,
Here
this
it
is
comes.
a pile.
Here it comes.
Do I get a high five?
Which she is more than happy to work with on a daily basis. Thank you. Okay.
her name does come first, all right. Crook and then Chase,
Crook
right?
and- yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's an alphabetical thing.
I got you.
Kim and Harvey Higgins, where are you? From East Bend, North Carolina. Oh, there they are. They're on their honeymoon, Alan. Do you have any?
Howdy.
Do you have any? Sorry, folks. Do you have any advice for newlyweds, dear Alan?
You ever heard that song, Misery Loves Company? No, advice. Mm-hmm. Denise, who?
Oh, she's gonna kick you when you get home.
We have a good, strong relationship, so
no.
you must have advice.
Advice, make sure she gets a good job right off.
You know, when you guys first got
Helped me
married,
a
she
lot.
was working.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
helped me
She
a lot.
really was.
Alan had support from Denise. Yes.
Exactly. All right. Well, it's
I don't
last.
think I'm very good at advice on the marriages.
Well, you've made this work how many years?
Well, 15 years next week, actually.
No kidding.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Alan.
Happy anniversary to you.
And hey, Alan, we need to talk because mine is Sunday and it's 23 years. And we're back with more
23.
Music City tonight with Alan Jackson after this. Don't go away.